The past 1 year,
His Excellency John Mahama has stabilized the economy. I will give them 75%.
Prini Mahama, ya down, abanda down, or more disca. More teachers are phoning you alarm, Maku, who say, near Mokano, and no crack.
Akromfono we are NPP personal. Ojo
yen some phone you kwaba ebium emma jumade so as usual. Yasanso Francia and sama ekoso e o man kanemu. Yade ni nyina ebre ahefo eno achi no ye biebie nsem nim ya dane nsem nani na ye di ho nkoma na afi no bibia aye kama Afenyo Markins minority leader akwa di nkomo bi amazisia me no kasei ensem efreche banabusua ano edin one of the founders Emma NPP amanukuo no nyaho tamakulu akwa di nkomo se ono ankasa ni party NPP His Excellency John Mahama and start enchichi omo enso no betodwa no enkomo bebre ene koso ewo o my Ghana me be borrow nso na fe no ye din komo koko farmers nso e the message bi akwa koma His Excellency John Mahama ene na ban baransa no top journalist bi e din komo bi abomampani John Mahama baso amasia me no kasei enkomo bebre so ene fi ho e ba quick one ye ni kan kotie samua Odi tuja nana ba na moa abusua wadi nkomo papa quick one iye komra.
It's been a year since the NDC came back to power. What's your assessment of their performance so far?
Well, I will give them 75%. 75 to 80. Because I think that His Excellency John Mahama has stabilized the economy, and I think his finance minister is doing an excellent job. I think the economy is doing quite well. It's doing very well now compared to the last 3 4 years. Things were quite turbulent. There was too much arrogance as well. Too much arrogance.
Arrogance?
Oh yeah. From the previous administration, a lot of they were arrogant. I mean, you don't want me to say it. Philip doesn't want me to say that they were arrogant.
When you say they, are they specific people?
Yeah,
who
you could listen
arrogant?
from their utterances on radio, the way they were so dismissive of journalists, their commentary. It was just arrogant. Very, very arrogant. But I think that the second coming of JM is a great one. He's learned his lessons because his first term also had bouts of arrogance. Not with him, but with his appointees. Yeah. But things are different now. I mean, it's just a year, maybe too early in the day. But I think that the trajectory looks good. It looks positive. And I'm happy with the work they're doing so far. And it looks like the appointees are careful.
Okay.
They are hands-on. They show up. And I would give credit to the gender minister. For instance, she's very responsive. She jumps on the issues quickly.
Yeah.
She doesn't wait for days to respond. And I think she's doing an excellent job. The foreign minister. Also very accessible. He's there, you tweet at him, he responds. And a few of the appointees are doing very well. And my favorite really is Obobia.
Okay.
I like what Obobia is doing with Mahama Cares. The way she goes to the hospitals, and it's become a weekly thing every time she's somewhere, and I like that.
Okay, Commander.
Yeah, Roger.
Nana bana moi.
Of course.
But and some dosun baransa no. And command nana bana moi di quick one. Young ram say no wama His Excellency John Mahama and na buying 75%. It is a babetna. Na ye ba buying na baso say e fam ba bi or ye dwuma. E bi mo say ye propaganda.
Okay.
Director winning bibi. Nkomo we edepa. Na nkomo bi a e ka asem bi a kire Ghana for. Director in the first place, say you try na e kan say say de wo kan. Obi badwi so omo ye NDC fo. Omo pen NDC asem. Enti na omo di san nkomo no. But the entire nkomo we e mi denie. Director na na ba na moa. Oye a seasoned journalist we general na so che. And aside all general na so che no, politics in show no, was them for several years. Enti wa host to NPP for, wa host to NDC for, NDC for more position, wa host to omo, NDC for more by mu, NPP more position, and NPP more by mu. Enti onim difference ya, e want two political parties.
Ana ono so onim form.
Of course.
Make say onim form a ono me fa say grassroots no. Temamufo no owura yemu enti onim de ekoso. Ene no nam ghetto. And then no boa manfo it is a omanu koyi a nana ba na mo anso hu
of course oya we enti enei se onya MPP ni na onya NDC ni a ope omani image ni se dia aban ni si kwa eye nkrofo bi sei e na be kire obi direction ni ko
o se economy ni koyi
right of course enei oye Ghana ni otade director or drive or car aside that our family our nkrofo a unya gidi sana ye won krofo a omo very poor ya omo beta ye bisa bibia firi ho obi mpo kwanye so we very poor but I check akra binti enei director onimo condition in some years ago or your reference say 3-4 years ago say what dey to afi we hu a you could see say economy ni ayiye director nkrofo depend on them enti ohwe the demand ya omo here free ni ho any enei o de ade ma wo mu a say de eso wo mu na o gitum sampa eni ma change unless say we MPP ni say we MPP ni na we ni MPP who do bi wo mu a you will agree say aban we were performing better than na don Kwaku Fado aban
I say his excellency John Mahama second coming was niema bebre na nye say the first time no ofelio but then na point is no so amoa no
of course
na akwa say from 2012 to 2016 akwa say arrogance in power
of course
and one on the first time no but second time who to say na point is ni nyina no obi is serious e bodwuma
and okay the writer or you very observant enti enyam wanwa say we gina na naso for several years enei odi enyada gina steady ade bi hwade the writer in the previous administration na arrogance ni say ekoso esi was so many times so many examples e bet mediama the writer odi koto to 2012 to 2016 wa e wo say that time e bia politics na ye nature keenly but we can observe say enyema be bra change within NDC enti wotie mampani President John Mahama o kasa o say we an appointee na wontimi act say the ono so oye na oni wontimi nya adwuma rather it tells you one thing
bokagu
next say in 2016 obokagu yi 2016 adwuma na oye no na appointees ni ma adwuma ni nkoyie oye adwuma pa no na amanfo say no Ubon say obi aye adwuma ne kama no bi ufro so ne de kama nipa ba akubi na wasa adwuma no nti at this moment we realize say sanema no it shouldn't continue nti all in appointees nyina no they've sat down they've learned their lessons me na me de wo ba say me do ko na oti wanim oni timamufo ne 90 year na ye to am so ama wo so waje ketua enti say wontimi ne timamufo no and deal in a rightful manner there is no way to appoint you and no and the president mama ababedru ha enei ye ba beto aba before 2012 general election we can count eba say omukwa kosi parliamentary chamber na Ghana ni kwa ka say drop that chamber so je ni no kwa ka asem no the kind of treatment omde ne fam right for no to nchen na kwa hwe e-levy ye ka say ye mpene mo mfa e-levy ma after say omo approve e-levy wie ye no e na omde Ghana for sika esan kwa ye e-levy cake arrogance be ne chewi they did a lot of things Ghana for harassing media men including a journalist na omo bu omo at this moment I agree the arrogance of power eko e bia ade no ebetima abade but the na me pen asem ne say o se enne ye kasa nei we are not mentioning tomorrow enne na obisa ne say ni wo hu aban no e wo se wo pese wo kase e bia wo kino mo besesa dia enne ebisa ne say o kina so mo sesan but you are asking say enne aban ne tisan enne they are not perfect but I agree 75% is okay
quick one yemko ni ko tie nkoma minority leader edi na Ghana for se Afenyo Markins kwa no onenam wo ye den Samrin ka say wo prosecute na oda prison. Abusua de yenko tie ne common me koba ye beto aso.
The past 1 year we have seen a government that believes in rhetorics, that talks more than it works. It promised the people of Ghana 1 job, 3 shifts, and called it 24-hour economy. It promised women banking. It promised to increase the producer price of cocoa to 6,000. Today, unemployment is on the rise. Today, this government has failed to implement its own flagship initiative, the initiative of 1 job, 3 shifts. Today, it has rather created a bureaucracy for its so-called 24-hour economy. To our mind in the minority, this 24-hour economy is more than a slogan. It's more of a slogan than a policy. The women banking has also not seen the light of day. Whilst the government talks about inflation levels having come down, the ordinary Ghanaian is going through crisis. Electricity has shot up by almost 30%. They came to repeal the e-levy, but ended up coming out with a law that charges 1 cedi per liter of petrol. They introduced the Doomsday levy. And above all, today, the suffering cocoa farmer is at the receiving end. It is time for our government to move away from slogans. It is time for our government to move away from the political rhetorics and focus on the core duties of governance, development, job creation, and the rule of law.
Okay, Commander.
Yeah, Director.
Minority leader.
Of course.
Afenyo Markins.
Yeah.
Answer, Afenyo Markins sama okay kan die.
Okay.
E fam ba bi no me blame aban no. Enka Samrin ka osa Afenyo Markins atwim.
Of course.
ECG Samrin ka osa ye hwehwe ni nsemu anko odi kota koniaba.
Of course.
Enso na Afenyo Markins nya no abegina ho edi sankomo we.
Director, I agree with you. Because the Ebama confidence say uncle can we say Abani believes in rhetoric. That is Abani kasa. Eya Abani de chejuma. Eya no correct. ECG Afenyo Markins as board chairman. LED omo ye procurement bebrana eni se omo ye over expenditure and ne oti ho ye free. Abani tackle no. Enti eka omo ye botu gu ye no. Enei ofili free. Enti oba be jina point no aka tell say Abani believes in rhetoric. Echa ejuma. And I agree with him. The Abai ye. The director say obey say yeah, adwuma ne de obeye de but amanfo be lose interest. The point is diama amanfo so de say NPP for na omo ka bie no eno na amanfo so asem no so because omo wa ban mu no ye nwa de papa bi omo ye
omo nya legacy papa bi awo
right nothing oni bibia obetimi de won sense obuaka say in 8 years enyema we ni nyema we na NPP and Nanado omo be build ye DC baby a ye po omo push oman on that sector.
Omo free SHS
right intimate point ni say you can say who push one sector be agina a certain level aye ya ultimate can free SHS e basa ka che yen say yen education no what my position education no at a very tight corner eye papa ensay biem but education system
no also 24-hour economy abanu gwanenum
okay
ayanum gwanen so na hwede omo ye right also 24-hour economy na nu ya na mampani e sign bill na say astart ya eyaduma
right you know one thing
e Afenyo Markins on to oman mu ana
right our man mu o ye MPP ni and from the omo ye in 2016 eba ni nyina no say ye ne beko obi a ye de oman ahyem nsa e kada cocoa board na omutimi hu se e kwan ye mfa bonus nko omo de omo se da bi ya wodo contract ye nko jebusia metuaka the right obi a enei o complain say aban ne mo ho mode no the right hwe omo ankasa their past records Rata adwuma na omo ye oma dwene nyina no enye oman na yehye ne ye no rata oma dwene nyina no eye bosia ne sikadie enti enei say all complaining about this administration na dweye ne say de omo ba power oma nwene ho say one district one factory ye be dey na ye
oma planning
for education yam plan ne ye ansa na ye no omo nya ne say omo de omo ba ye no mu jagum he is expecting say can this buy na in the first 3 months so any construction site offer adwumafo a one side bia fa nipa miensa omo ye adwuma pharmaceuticals no obi anfa nipa miensa na ya to omo agum na obi anamu just like that better I am telling honorable Afenyo Markins say 24-hour economy as it stands say ebe succeed eye ne papa ye be ye enti se ebe start ne kakra bi na ya ye no ketua bi a eye correct na ebetima sustain for years na e ko nyina na e expand na e bia emfaso wo so se say ye betem sika na ye sika na kwa kushem after so many years na ade na gu na ya boka na je se ekopa sika free baabi ejikotua and they count the number of sectors ya boka wo ho a aje sa abani pesika free baabi ansa na ode akwa kotua say road minister sika ya dia man say onfa nkoye kwan no the rata the budget no this a road minister sign ko tititika no kakra esa pa bi kotua koko board ka we are doing all this because of improper planning and mismanagement obaya you have the idea say when am person me here sit down put things on paper try to cut so na ye ho adwuma
I say I aban no promise 60 million 6,000 Ghana and so you the aban dey makuafo
Afenyo Markins
onim no kura no onso onim no kura ne pa
diama ne ho ye be most of the times in here one person he's very gentle penasive but on kind of correct onim perfect say enne baby a prices ni gira no aban ni ntimi nya ho hwe e na wono ana dan fa to forcing e na kwadi nkomo we kire mu dodo na and he knows very well say ato forcing mu kono wan ko ka say ye ba ye betwa 6,000 amamo oye emphatic e kire mu say we are paying with percentage ebona ye ko ton world market no ye ba ye chemu wo 100 ya ye di mu 70% e be make afo na aban na for 30 enne at this stage the rate new prices here aban dia be it is covering at least and akra no e just 70% ne kakra enti Afenyo Markins deda wo ba be yi the rate me problem ne say ye chechire on mine and I political party
enya asem
bisa kuafo ne say omo mafuo soso na omo top petrol edigu afidiem edi spray afuo no so na aside that omo tondro no omo check petrol ni enuro ne bo na omo mfa ntoto se enei say na bo ni sitie
na ofalumba edi nkomo bi se Afenyo Markins say why hypocrite also o kan okwa but do ba bia why hypocrite time NPP for kwa koto aba no wa meka sem bia mfa Honorable Kennedy ho
of course
wo mo to aba wi Honorable Kennedy elusu ye no eno wo ba kika say Honorable Kennedy papa wa ye no ni business egu no Honorable Kennedy ene tamsi kaba be de ebe so ni mu ma business ni ejina ye eno falu be che say entika time an ko mo kwa koto aba na nka Kennedy hian say o ba kasa asem no but ye to aba wi ya ukodi sa nkomo we no di emfaso be na ba so
Rata winning and Honorable Kennedy Nankasan should be careful with Afenyo Markins Rata madam for no dabi anti say enemy no te hey na o pribibi na in public man nyina bonti anyina wachi na de na twama wie na maba be kase the brother de me ne na o me boss no me ne na nante che wa boa me pa enti de asibia eye na me ntimi nyini ma mi wa time ohia me say me mo dura me de support be ma no na ma twe vote ama no ma nye he for na hu say Afenyo Markins afọ constituency bi akwa campaign market in Japan the constituency be na hu no in NPP ye kwato presidential primaries no the only person in the party na okita position mo du e ya Afenyo Markins ono na o control 87 MPs in parliament Rata da be na hu say Canada Japan ne nkrofo ko meeting na Afenyo Markins timu bi wan fa ne kwan kusem but because of anything na dweye ne say our presidential ambition for future Rata sana me hu no na dream no why na do say that be onye opportunity obeli DMPP enti omo mo pe Canada asem no onye campaign ma Kennedy but o yusu na adwen ye to abawie no ma menye bibi no mo mpem asem nti in the future se me ko bibi a sankrofon ba bedi machi NPP fo mpani fo so bu mfumi because man ko campaign enti aba o mia but enye fine
quick quick one yemfra Afenyo Markins no so na kokofo no koko farmers no omo the message bi akoma His Excellency John Mahama na omo message no ense Ghana fo ni age papa baransana no yene kan ko tie nsam a nyaho tamaklo ede atuda ono ankasa ne party NPP na nso obusuan koma wadi no ano ede yenkomra
committed against this nation by anyone in the previous administration must be seen. The people must be what do you call it? Must be invited, and then if they are found culpable to the various crimes, they must be prosecuted and sent to court for the court to take a decision. That is one thing that is worrying the ordinary Ghanaian, I'm telling you. Secondly, I have said time and again that to put a stop to the Galamsey, that particular problem can be solved only by the military. When I say the military, they have been professionally trained. Now you give them the order that I want this area cleared, and I can assure you that they will do it. But where we have now the so-called NIMO or whatever they call it, a group of civilians and military men, I said right from the onset that it will never work, and you can see that it's not working. If they seriously want to stop Galamsey, then they should give the whole tax to the armed forces.
Okay, Commander.
Yeah, Director.
Nyawo tamaklo.
Of course.
And sir, nenkomo ni yemienu.
Yeah.
Osin ka Galamsey yemfa sojafo no yo de yemfa sojafo no nkonko bo ho ban. Na de nka forget tax force no.
Okay.
And afezo so o say wo bia wo bokro no wo NPP breso bia no. Iya nchiri ntum. Kwekwa ne nwuram.
Oh, Director, nkomo we emite and emite say every obia wabre wo NPP party no ho eneba. Director, in the first place, my main start every NPP for there no and I said corruption there no. Let me maybe your Galamsey. Director, we cannot stay in a country obia bokro no na ye gigi wo mo so. Enei aban ni pa from say people will still complain about corruption. Oh yeah. Nyina ye bread ye didi. Ade na obi de wo say ade ye nyina ye dia. Odwia na odikogu ni fie na odini so easy. Yeah. Nti say you leader. Na ye de wa ba na waka kire say you will deal with Sankrofona. We expect you say no any omundili. Yeah. But you cannot leave them. Now omunam freely. Omu gisika no. They are enjoying. Ye wia no be ka kire say yemfa yensangu ye chi. Na yenka kire say all is well. There be. Yeah. What a baby and your case and any one say and penny for be say at this moment MPP near one more because a better MPP ni one say or no any party penny say MPP near Bokrona entering to not J say penny in penasem but no cranny say a nay penny or casano a just or minor at this moment of mine ye it's here a bino a nay say President Mama Pew Ompel, Afenyo 1 year, and what we said there, corruption issues, among for complaining from the first class citizens, ABC ordinary citizens. So when 2-1 among now Attorney General Annie baby, now 2 years, now already 3rd year, a buying and people will start rising against the government. Okay, right aside that. Or say Galamsey. Fantastic. The only option is to be Galamsey no. Soldier for. But I agree. The last time I said, shoot and kill the betting. Now soldier for so masa. A soldier for no match bomu. Sana was say because akwada was say o ma tutu. There was just one better tutu. O say o ma me na ben to abepa auto. There was idea say enye. Umba ye nyina ye problem ye nyina ye ho bekere ye enti munyai na ye nyina ye ho ntoye wo se unyai na obi ho ato ne bi enti at that moment no se aban ne ka sesadia se yakoya bre ye jai Galamsey site ndi amasoja for se Galamsey site bia no e ye soja for asase military you have to fight na monje masase na monfa the matter e bese ya soja for ni nim say this is our land ahani yete enti ye ma ukwan eba wo ma mesasas no say yaye soldiers camp military camps e wo nwuram bebi a yaye magalamse a what a soldier for nim say omuma okwan ma obaya enuro na wurusu no omo na ebe home from abone no and they will deal with obia obakati closer to sans no I agree with him aban ni penijia to put stop to it no ye nane sans ni nyina ma soldier for after all obia na so omre no obejade na so nyemre no onko so nye
quick one commander koko farmers wadi nkomo na san komo na similar to nkomo ya nyawo tamaklo edi quick one ye ko chemra ne koba abuso information wa chipa
Afenyo Mahama ye dan wo wudie ni mu pa se wutimi ye e ma ne ye wa hye bo pi na wadie abehia mu anye obo apayo ye nyina de yakoma ene adwene e to de waye no so set so na emo nyina esan se koko no e de ko a yenya atofompo ne yato ne nyesike pa bafie nti yesre wo ya abai de ye da wase sempo ma nkwan se ye ntoni ntua ye ka nemu yibesrew mampani ye tati radio so TV so bebre mutaboko adupi ese abandada no omo disika mampani se ne be ya meje di se yampa se omo disika no mesre mutu wona mo tiche safo ni nyina la mako ne nyina ehunu se ne mo ka no no kure na ese bia mo ka guo mani se fate mo ka guo mo nyana na masikeke mesre mo pa
koko farmer na kasa
of course
na many agene kasa no ho
the
question say we kwa no obekom no na school dem kwa wansi bi da
of course
but one ideas any agene edene team the question say NDC aban etimi tie papa yi na omudi so a ebebo wo man kasa
Doctor, you see there are corruption issues no a big problem ema aban we ni Doctor, cocoa farmer na owo gidie say anye bia beto no koko 3006 na enei ya to so about 2005 no ono mpo se ogitum se nya aban no mfom so na mum obi a wadi sika no aban no so nche no
enra me kwa yie wo me kurom makura ase na me papa me ankasa me papa nua wo emfasa me papa oye NPP ni ya me cho what ase ena me ni di nkomo na me kofa koko asembe o se o koko no kura de ono omo ankasa nim se
sana o say
cocoa price no a world market it won man megina onya propaganda bia wo ka no kura no ya me twa what ase it won no kura na wo NPP ni cocoa farmer no wo hu no kura no ba bia no kura no free but NPP for mpani for so begina ho a no mo toto ayampia it which is which
enti enei akuafo die pe obapa nkomoyi pe de yetie wa hai e kire se akuafo ni gitum se aban ni nya bone but baby o mo ne aban ni wo twaka ne se NPP ni ntimi nkodi akuafo sika na onkotena fie onfa sika ni sisi adan won kran na onwie meka nkire aban we se aban ni na edi koko akuafo sika aban ni na ebo mo kro no na wo aban a wo mo kro no wo de won sa guachi na uti hodi you can't take action e basa kuani ni be feel se o na nwene onu kuani no ho se odwene ne ho a de wodi sika no adan na wonche no because problem ne bai no hu ne se aban no ko ba kire no e be say economy nti ye nteboɔ no so accepted any problem ye tizu here no de onu nso adi sika okoko board ho de onu wo ye reckless management no onu so de na aban ne ya kire no because onye kuani oye politician intino abani jana mana kofia na that is the point here I was say abani hwe akuafo asemi na o take corruption issues very serious
sir we say ne can say I cocoa board ade no kwa no nanka e collapse under NPP
of course
e se obi abokro no ho
asemi nya
and say da be ya aban na ni mu nwa se nka se mo ba betete o mo cocoa so no
asemi
nya mo prosecute mo discredit
obi o ye involved and sometimes me ka say aban mu enye sika wa wi akogu fie nkwa ne o se chiwo oye cocoa board pani unim se cocoa board afi ye ntimi raise 20 billion Ghana cedis but cocoa rose na wa kwa wodo contrast enei ya de 26 billion Ghana cedis me wa cocoa road no so no ya de mfaso ye nya cocoa board no ene ye de ye but obi a wo ye sa de ne bia no owo intentions se obe collapse cocoa board e wo se prosecute no obi a wo ye involved na ono de oje the salary finchem edigu ni bottom enne otifie because cocoa board what better cocoa board CEO every month or the sika kofie more than 100,000 Ghana cedis enti enei you are taking 100,000 Ghana cedis every month meanwhile koko akuani no within a whole year no enye time bia no ti koko koko no season by season you was season bi o koko ni ho and now me no guso kasai bebre koko ape afa na omo ba the last one eswape
koko na pe
nape
Jesus
say bi ni so wate de wo so nyina ma na
koko na pe say ai ape
bebre de eswape enti at this moment kakra bi na omo de ebi also omo guso prapra so omo be prapra so awie na omo samba be the following season ni de and you expect to say obi edisi kan kwot na fie na o enjoy ereta akuafo no their sense of judgment no ka kire yin say enei sabi obi ani wa na dwe wo fom oye kuani onko school but otinye mas otikasa o kire chade mu kire na otie say God been so good and because of internet and social media they get access to information bia omoma okrom kuani bia nu ba oni ba owo ba ne manyini a ne ba ene ni interact omo ka kire omo say these are the situations right aye ba kuafo na ba so a very good point
quick one abigi tnase na e monitor abigi j na boko de
na manyame adu me ho de papa
and some no doson but ansana no ba bia commander ewie ye and say cocoa farmers woma dinkomo bebre almost his excellency John Mahama emo no modern na on tete NPP for na womo diska e cocoa sector no quick one yemfa fluent
na mama me cha hefo papa we our president Mahama Bonabas
are
because o kasama o se nyansa kasa hwe asamo ya wakanyo eye serious I was mpani bo sha wo share obaba cha akromfo no o ma sa kokko o ma na mo kokko ho no I was say o ma mpani che o mo yes mini papa ne ya adwen 100%
are de na course o kokko sector
ye tiasi yes NPP person o mu yesika o mu yisika ena the president Mahama ma ya to abama ne say Ghana ha kama aban foforo na ate ho omu ya kromfo omu wie sika pa oba obeche omu ena ne kokofu apiafo esufre president Mahama say akromfo na omu wie wo NPP version onche omu ama omu kuma nto omu na koko na amate no mpo ha omu omu dia hia se omate no na sika na baba omu benya sika to mmudu no na hia omu ati we dey misra president Mahama
say
misra no papa wo shaba wudiso
nokwasem
we dey omama wie sika wo NPP person no president Mahama cho mutu maye
amanfo se asade no kwa echerodo
achampo acho 1 year kasamina nka waso mu ina adam
but we say no so unse court nsensem de konebra dos mu
ye nja sade no aya no kra we wie sika na afana yade no kokko me kra de Ghana constitution yense san no mfim obi yes obi a we kai die o se yes safnem se onko kodu nko yengo ye de we wie sika yenti untum ni afa yenji sika no ni sanjelo na unse next time obi ntimi wie o manager pade nanti yes yenja konebra asam no ni yenchi no anti we se NPC president Mahama anya anchi sankofu 2028 abetima ha omopa abetima ha NDC aba because we say about no point na me wani da so say simple president former president Anado since kana we wia no I was here chintum na ye sky 100% was here
Gavana akufo wia
akufo ye so we 11
who na onim so wia sika
Ghana ni babia ya we say wa wo na me kasa we ya we say Anado omu wia sika
za
we ya we
asemu
o mari eso ko kana ye yawo eso ne me manisu wo wia sika o pe o mampani a wa ba wo wia sika bobosia ya humfa so aye Nanado person enti aye santim ya sra Mahama say onye akuyafo ni sufra ne say wonche omo nana nimte anye sa daache na NPP for masaba baka say wo ka say ye wiesi adenti na oba ye wanche
na ai unse akuyafo no ye demonstration wo mo ko akra nyina ho but enwachi na akuyafo ni bi omo me demonstration no say NPP for mo muska ansana omo me that demonstration na omo kro mo nya akuyafo
sinama me da so kasa NPP nyansa fo bi enim bi
ende ya nkasa
ati unim de ati ameka empanifo no anya nkra no omo am wo fom empanifo no am wo so we ayo how ena odi ama o mai no hwe tama akuyafo na wo so omo kodo omo afuo so wo komo omo 2.5 ne 3 million say nipa na wo so me demonstration tia no ade no won fom ye na chese wo de o pese wo ye no chese wo ye kronfo NPP de bi me ka me so manja wo ya o matena kire bia 100 years no mo ba power na ya na me di akuyafo no so afa ba bi me di wo mo ha ya wo say ya mo 2.5 ko ye demonstration na wonim se demonstration na o ko ye no nyansasam bia no identity na o de akire NPP fo no kasa na wo aye sikatua ne wo mani so hwe omuye bibia je so mkotua sika ye ko ye demonstration okay wonim se aban na fom identity na ko ye demonstration na wo se je se metua sika ma obi ansa no ana kuyafo ne se anya omukura omunim adokura ntia mpo na no mukoye aye NPP aban NPP fo na ma omusika se omunsole ntia Mahama na me so omukosoro eba fom de omeye bia omani mbogu ase hwe ye mu ye demonstration ade ancho ana o ma asa ba bonte se mo ma musika di sika we mo me musa se sika we na mbodi ko bo obosia ade Ghana ko nkwasom sika we ade nti na ma mfa sika we enfam enye mpuntu o Ghana sampan fo we enffa sika we enko kumase nji nko hwe ya fo ne de mani pesa o ma ye demonstration bra so mfata na me se NPP fo nyani ba guhwe tio o ka yesika na omawia no awomodi ye nkwase asam no obedi omaye sa masika na sama omani mogu ase na sina ma meka we tie NPP fo Ghana no titi policy atwam say adede enu ho NDC abadwuma wo ye ne no wo so be solatia ye wo na wani mogu ase me ameti ho minim sa mumu peso na kokoro ya ton sai na kwa adwaso na kokoro one bag ye ton 100 million eso kwase ebu ewo mo hono na o makuyafo 30 million ani ukodwa mansa koko one bag egru 50 million Mahama timia ebo made adi koko one bag adi about 25 million ayewo press na yese na wo press wo ya kronfo 100 million na wo mo 30 million na wo for 70 million 70 million adi afa obotum ani Ghana banya wateso no koko one bag o de kodwa so onyem faso mbru 10 million 20 million anam okro na wo boye nti wafanti anti president Mahama onjino no no nya na adwuma no koso na kuafo no adro bia mo mam obi mfa mo ye nkwase adwuma na omumbo mden na nkoso na sinama
na Afenyo Markins so di nkomo wo se eniema aban ne ye nyina ne mfa kwam aban ne hweso nya adwuma ene ne sei wo kina sei kasa kwa kwekwa ni nwura we
sinama Afenyo Markins o emso o yale
are
na adwene no munko check na adwene
aya adidi atam sam ko show no
mendi na tem tie ye we ni bedo ha wo tie ni kasa wotimi se ni ma han ebe na adwene mu kakakra ati mo hwa Afenyo Markins na adwene na ye de wo no pa ba no nye no no yusu ne no hwe wontimi nkan kire se aban ya wotiso no anema nko ye matimofo ye timofo ne wo quality say ye baba bontene be ka kire aban ne say aban de wo ye no anema nko so ye won Afenyo Markins woni na nado ne tena Ghana ko nyanso 8 years na 8 years na I bro na me family bro one back ko 2002 ane Afenyo Markins ane abroad drop about 4 million 3.5 wo personal ane wo ka kire Ghana timofo ne say o man ne enko ye nsoma wo se be ka bibia maye o man no ye timofo na president Mahama ne na aban I favor Ghana fo ane ya me sem kotoshment 100 bars na me checking anado person Afenyo Markins ya wanya ho ye press conference mchon hunu no ne press 100 bars no ne wo di bagane skema ne 120 million 100 bars no Afenyo Markins ni tise kube no cinema but aye chiremu na me chire
but
sasamwe sasai
sa ni tise kube
na sa be ma bia ni wuti so
no
okay ma jasan tie
usam penfo tie empenfo mu tie ye 80s any 70s 60s
so aduro be ya de ya ne kasa
amfa ya on kasa sa
omumu preso ane ayete se a o se Mahama na mambo anye no ane cement 100 bars no esuati hum aba 73 million wuka 100 bars aba 73 million na wo Afenyo Markins na wo person na 100 bars aya 120 million and then about 73 million. Sign a what you have so. I go 5,000. A friend nipa or cotos maintenance. A buona manisika with my adjustment in me. Yeah. So I find a match and I can say Mahama the mom when you know. Now move I'm back. I find a match me. You are no our handsome when you know when your platform over canon crown. Oh, I'm one back. Now, yes, I 6.5, 7 million, 1,000 gun, and a sound one bag. I drop up at 3.5. What's our man penny to so on Yahweh? That be yet him of 1 day. The Babo Mahama Basu. Oh, no, is it 24-hour economy now or Shebono as a only so? Oh, Tinama, I heard more. I didn't know when you so 24-hour economy. Economy, I heard me. If we say, Afenyo Markins was saying, yeah, man, okay, young Kowi, that time now 24 economy in Ghana. Now more one bag near 26 million. I drop up a say. Yet the Bashimo, I have fat in a mechanic. Yet the Bashim, I have fat in a mechanic. 24 economy, I mean, near Manas, what a certain 24 economy, Bino. Ah, certain more personal. I petrol 1 liter near 25 cities. And I drop about, Memphis, I drop about 10 cities. 25 economy, Bino. A several bisika. A more obvious cut to the bottom. And it's 24 economy, Bino. And then, Ukoba Bia, Obia Bob Mahama Paso. And to what Timaka says 24 economy, I've been a match ye. Momo by 8 years, Chairman at the Cramo ye. A summer NPP Biabagacha said, access free. Oh, was that NPP Nimbesa? Was I say I didn't know where? I was access free. On Nibia, anti 24 economy, a year. And my Ghana team of Phobia or Ghana. I favor it. And the Afenyo Markins Ghana forms from our say, but go and talk on my Samunim Tokakoa, Kamuko Momo Pencil, Tamana Motis, Ghana forms from our say, or make come my. O meka ya asema ya Ghana for some country president Mahama say adwuma na wayɛ no onguso no onye no mane masamla na mbom Ghana for 2028 ya baka chese Mahama to aso ne ono na Afenyo Markins mo na betimaka sika na mo wiye eno na ye beche na ya na medi andisi fo ho ya wose say Afenyo Markins kwa niko so mo mane nya platform kura kasa ade ka wose ye chi no ka wose samla Afenyo Markins dem oya nanado appointees ni bia no ka wase samle ya china tum because no ye nanado mpenifo ni bia wase samle ya china wanya no timi ya press conference say o mampeni na wote so no onye hwe da bi Afenyo Markins ye nsoma we ya nim say Mahama wa ya ade
na nya otamakuru ense okon mo ti NPP no ho wase obi a wadi boni bia na John Mahama prosecute no
amembo papa na baso a kire so ye machino NPP no na ye nim no mo no awo free ku 4 peso a me maniti a me hu omunya kromfo te say Mahama nanado kromfo nanado peso bi in nanado no 8 years no me mati make 100% aye thief because nanado no ye kromfo and papa we o ka say awose ye chi o mutima 100% awose ye chi free soro ho ye di ngache nanado tum Near Jelly Nanado answer because Nanado Transema ya pass 11 in Ghana. I'm a man and I'm a NPP. Make Kasa send Nanado in Jai 11 no here for Ghana. Omina Hubachilum because me mamma out here class number 100 cities days and me mamma near Tino Okoya near Tino. Sir Obia Nebo school now wow see I say school no de co free no on your Zikabas I demand about school ma near Tino or Zapoya near Tino. And the side from for Nanado former president Nanado and yet Cromfo penny and to Kayachiwa was say started free Nanado every bonya near the abump or ministers near Chom because way Mahama as a record said yes the second condition is a president no see for ma yeah in 10 years people just 1 year was here the Chom Nia bu ya du ko na obu nkonda che wo fele nia jelo nia tum nia je sika o yes na watwa wakwanya no so nia sika kwatua ya di umanyi ya baji ni na wakwa onsasa next time obi ba ya mampani obehwe nyansa nko NPP die meka no komese Mahama NDC for say o mbadi dia o muka na so a mitonyo ba ko kura nka ko Ghana ha o mbeche o mu nyina tum because o mu nyina aye thief me from say thief
ai na ba na moa se woni mu no o se John Mahama obema ne 75%. So o se John Mahama economy na ye bibia koso o man Ghana
o se obama na 75%.
Are
abawanya de wa gu Mahama ni mu as wa wanya de wa bon o se ne obama president Mahama 75%. Na Nana ko obama na se
o se Nana
yes wanya de ko yaman 25%. Nana do wanya de no yaman 25%. Do for 8 years ni na yaman 75%. Na Mahama 1.5 and 1.5 year krano obama Mahama 75% wa bon tie o Mahama 99%.
That day
It's complete. Dollar is 17 cedis. Today is dollar 10 cedis. Today, petrol 1 liter is 25 cedis. Today, 1 liter is 10 cedis. 199% for NDC Mahama. Mimi dia no kwende yaka yesi ya de tutu abana atwoma Mahama kwa de wo se Ghana for nyina som ne mbura baso ni yaka se Mahama wanya 100%. Anya 75 wa yesa wa Mahama no manyama ba from dabi aniko so kasasa o so Mahama mo menti mi ameti o Mahama 99%. Wa ye adwuma na wa ye no cinema messing another person aneya mo bag sack na near total 1.5 and then makoto 76 abiya me simi ko do anwa mo me senya obi na se me tantro nyame ntuamka sasem me ma another person ye total 1.5 makoto 75 cities oba Mahama say 75% ade o ya also man 99% na kawan and do next year near the man near complete na before that from for no munim nyanse ya pamo ma fi o man so now echo na cinema de meti makana no
ese so kotokomulu super
o na ne de ya wini
ne de mo wini half one na no masa
last week me raho last to nyame
oh
na me te park so
as shem no
na asa mo bo bia Oma mobo bia
but no mo ya de sene mo bia o say the red card
o da be o
ba na masa
masa pa has coach here defenders coach
o da bi
on the coach
Ghana Premier League na kasa goals ni mo
da bi has coach na defender coach
so eno ekwa no de na nim sine
oh na ne ana so wo bo draw o share breakum chelsea about draw na has crash e kotoko no about 10 years
breakum kro na about draw na wo sande 10 against 11 ashawa na se kotoko wasa
ade yasoma se on for 10 against 11
ena me chese Chelsea kra na breakum Chelsea ni na about draw na wo tama na be so wasan so kwhye okumase na chese wasa
tie me a free keeper number 2 number 3 number 4 number 5 to number 6 in high defenders sat you know bono omu ye mama na me say omu ye mama omu biem
na se bo no so ni nyina e ka ho
na aspi number 6
2012 a defense and a Chelsea e de win Champions League
and
the defense ni nyina e ka ho
and
two pens wa ye start ball na say defense nkan ho a mu nyina mu nkogu ani mo na mu nya chi
na say den ko basa omu biem
masa
na coach here coach e wo
ko masa
omu coach so abon
okay
ko coach na abon
okay wo de yam fancy na yama me science ade no ye de si quick one ye kwebe so ba bi mi akra mu nyina